Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Fera Fitri Fauzi and my student ID is 33230023 and I'm from class 336A07. Today I would like to present my presentation project 2. The subject is classroom management. And in this presentation we have two parts. In the part 1 we do 3 topics. First is teaching tolerance, 2 helping students handle anger, frustration and aggression, and the last disruptive behavior. And in the part 2, we will solving the problem. So we go to the part 1. First topic is teaching tolerance. Teaching tolerance means helping students respect, accept, and appreciate people who are different from them. Every student has a different background, culture, religion, personality, and opinion. These differences should be respected, not judged. Teaching tolerance helps students to respect different people and opinions, accept diversity in the classroom, build positive relationships, and create a safe and inclusive learning environment. So tolerance is not about agreeing with everyone, but it's about respecting others even when they are different. Next, why is teaching tolerance important? A tolerant classroom creates a positive learning environment where every student feels respected and valued. There are the benefits of teaching tolerance. First, reduce bullying, prejudice, and discrimination, encourage teamwork and cooperation, help students communicate respectfully, make students feel safe and confident, and prepare students to live in diverse society. Example, students from different cultures can work together and learn from each other. Next, causes of intolerance. Students are not born with prejudice. They learn it from their environment. Some common causes are: first, it can come from family influence. Children may copy their parents' attitudes. 2. Peer pressure. Friends can influence how students treat others. Third, social media and society. Negative information can create stereotypes. And last, lack of understanding. Students may fear people who are different, and the result can be prejudice, discrimination, and of course conflict in the classroom. Next, strategies for teachers. First, giving student choices. Allow students to complete activities in different ways. 2. Using group activities. The teachers can mix students from different backgrounds so they learn to work together. Number 3. Respecting different opinions. Encourage students to share ideas without judging the others. Number 4. Treating all students fairly. The teachers can give equal attention and opportunity to every student. And number 5, highlighting diversity. Show that every student's culture, talent, and experience are valuable. Next, the topic number 2, helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. Children bring their emotion into the classroom every day. Sometimes they feel angry, disappointed, or frustrated because of problems at school or at home. Anger is a natural emotion when something feels unfair. Frustration happens when students cannot achieve their goals or solve a problem. Aggression is harmful behavior caused by uncontrolled emotion such as shouting, insulting, or hurting the others. Anger and frustration are normal emotions, but aggression is not an appropriate way to express them. Next, causes of aggressive behavior. Students may become aggressive because of different factors such as family environment, friend and social environment, media and television, and poor emotional control. And the effect in the classroom, it can cause classroom conflict, bullying, poor concentration, and disrupt the learning process. Next, strategies for teachers. The teachers can praise students when they control their emotions. The teacher can teach problem solving and conflict resolution skill. Teachers can create a safe and supportive classroom environment, encourage empathy and respect for others, and the teacher can help students understand that every emotion is normal, but their behavior should remain positive. So the goal is not to stop emotion, but to teach students how to express them in positive way. Next, topic number 3, disruptive behavior. Disruptive behavior is any behavior that interrupts the teaching and learning process. It prevents the teacher from teaching effectively and makes it difficult for other students to concentrate. This is the common example. talking without permission, making jokes or cloning, arriving late to class, using a phone during lesson, leaving the classroom without permission to the teacher, and the last, ignoring the teacher instruction. Next, the causes and effects. Students may show disruptive behavior because they want attention from teacher or the classmate, they feel bored or lost interest in the lesson, they have emotional or personal problems, they not understand the classroom rules, and the students find the lesson too difficult or too easy. And the effect is the students interrupt classroom activities, reduce students' concentration, and it can create conflict among classmates, and it lowers learning outcomes. This is the strategies for managing disruptive behavior. Teachers can respond by stay calm. Teachers can avoid shouting or showing anger. 2. Use nonverbal signal. Teacher can move closer to the student or make eye contact. Next, talk privately. The teacher can discuss the student's behavior after class instead of embarrassing them in front of the class. Next, give clear expectation. The teachers can remind students about classroom rules and consequences. And last, praise positive behavior. The teachers can recognize students when they follow the rules. This is the strategies for the teacher. Teachers can prevent disruptive behavior by setting classroom rules on the first day, involving students in creating classroom agreements. Teachers can being a good role model, of course. Next, creating interesting and interactive lessons so they are not boring. Next, building positive relationship with students. And the last, treating all students fairly and respectfully. So, and remember, prevention is more effective than punishment. This is the conclusion of the 3 material. First, a successful classroom is not only about teaching academic subject, but also about helping students become respectful, responsible, and emotionally healthy. Teachers can create positive learning environment by teaching tolerance and respecting diversity, helping students manage anger and frustration in healthy ways, and last, preventing and managing disruptive behavior with positive strategies. When students feel respected, understood, and supported, they are more likely to learn, cooperate, and behave positively. So that's all for the part 1. We go to the part 2. We go to the problem number 1. So this is the problem, and the question is, what classroom management technique can Ms. Johnson implement to address Alex's aggressive behavior? Provide at least 3 specific strategies and explain how each one could help improve the situation. So my answer is, for the strategy number 1, teach emotional control. Ms. Johnson should teach Alex how to express his anger in a positive way. She can encourage him to take a deep breath, calm down before reacting, and talk about his feeling instead of hurting the others. And why? Because aggressive behavior often comes from uncontrolled anger and frustration. When Alex learns healthy ways to express his emotions, he will be more able to control his behavior and interact positively with others. Next, strategy number 2, establish clear classroom rules. Ms. Johnson should review the classroom rules with Alex and explain the consequence of aggressive behaviors. The rules should be simple, fair, and apply consistently to every student, so not just for Alex. And why? Because clear rules, it will help Alex understand what behavior is expected. And consistent consequence also encourage him to become more responsible for his action. And the last strategy number 3, build a respectful classroom environment. Ms. Johnson should encourage respect, empathy, and cooperation among all students through group activities and positive communication. She should also praise Alex whenever he shows respectful behavior. And why? Because when students feel respected and accepted, they are more likely to behave positively and less likely to show aggression towards others. And next we go to the problem number 2. This is the problem, and the question is, what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior? And provide at least 3 specific strategies and explain how each one could help address the issues. This is my answer. For the strategy number 1, use interactive learning activities. Mr. Smith should make his lesson more interactive by using group discussion, educational games, or problem-solving activities. These activities encourage students to participate actively during the lesson. And why? Because students are more likely to stay focused when learning is interesting and enjoyable. Interactive activities reduce boredom and help keep students on task. This is the strategy number 2, establish clear classroom procedures. Mr. Smith should remind students about classroom procedures, such as paying attention, not using mobile phones, and completing their work on time. So this expectation should be explained clearly at the beginning of each lesson. And why? Because clear procedures help students understand what they should do in the class, and this will create a more organized learning environment and reduce off-task behavior. And strategy number 3, give positive reinforcement. Mr. Smith should praise students who stay focused, participate actively, and complete their tasks. He may also give simple rewards to encourage positive behavior. And why? Because positive reinforcement motivates students to repeat good behavior. When students receive recognition for staying on task, they are more likely to remain focused during future lessons. This is the last problem number 3. And the question is, what specific strategies can Ms. Brown implement to manage Jack's disruptive behavior? Provide at least 3 strategies and explain how each one could help address the issues. This is the strategy number 1. Use nonverbal classroom management. Instead of stopping the lesson, Ms. Brown can use nonverbal signals such as eye contact, standing near Jack, or moving closer to his desk. This action reminds him to behave appropriately without interrupting the lesson. And why? Because nonverbal strategies are effective because they correct the student's behavior while allowing the lesson to continue smoothly. Strategy number 2, have a private conversation. After class, Mrs. Brown should talk to Jack privately about his behavior. She can explain how his action affect the learning environment and encourage him to find better ways to express himself. Why? Because a private discussion, it will help Jack understand the consequence of his behavior without embarrassing him in the front of the class. It also builds trust between the teacher and the student. And the last strategy, be a positive role model. Ms. Brown should remain calm, respectful, and professional when responding to Jack's behavior. She should avoid arguing or reacting emotionally even when the situation becomes difficult. Why? Because the teachers are role model for the students. So by demonstrating patience and respectful communication, Ms. Brown encouraged Jack to develop better self-control and behave more appropriately in the class. So that's all from a presentation. Part 1, presentation 3 topics, and part 2, solving all the problems. So this is the end. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.